What's up with it, bruh?
What's the deal?
Nothing much, man. Introduce yourself, let the people know who you are.
I am the only Irv Da Phenom, singer, songwriter, fashionista, restaurant connoisseur, aspiring wine sommelier. Well,
There's a lot of titles. That's a lot of titles, man.
that's why I just say Phenom. It's easier to put in
Yeah,
that word.
I'm gonna say, before we get into each topic, each title, start off with just saying, just get to know you a little bit better. What part of Kansas City did you grow up in?
I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. Best way to explain it, like you from St. Louis, so you know you got St. Louis and East St. Louis.
Yeah.
Same type of energy, unfortunately, with Kansas City, Missouri.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, I'll put it like this. No disrespect to St. Louis. I love St. Louis. But when we go to St. Louis and people make the distinction, like, nah, I'm from East St. Louis. Like, bro, I don't care. I don't care. And it's the same thing with Kansas City. You know, we're like, nah, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Nigga, nobody cares. But welcome to Kansas City, whatever side you want. Just as well as, you know, when I'm in St. Louis, I'm in St. Louis. But I know that there's an East St. Louis and a St. Louis. So Kansas City, Kansas, it's literally just, you got the state line. So we just separated by some water. That's it.
Yeah. Well, we're close right here in Westport. You guys just drive, 5 minutes across?
Yeah, you go west, and boom, you be over there in like Rosedale.
Mm-hmm.
So you in Kansas.
Yeah. How would you describe your life coming up in Kansas City?
My life in Kansas City, my life has just been a blessing, period, because it's life. You know, I'm still here, so it's been cool. In Kansas City, we're a very work-driven, salt of the earth type place. So you got a lot of hard-working people, a lot of people with strong belief systems, you know, who believe in God, go to church, go work your job, get your money, take care of your family. You know what I mean? So growing up here, it's been instilled in me to have a certain kind of work ethic when it comes to anything I do. So it was cool, you know. I want to say it's pretty typical as far as like the environment I grew up in. You know, you go out there, do whatever with the homies, but somewhere along the line, I just shifted gears and put all that energy towards music. And also in my upbringing, my father started a tire shop when I was like 4. So I grew up essentially working at that tire shop my whole life. So that kind of kept me out of a lot of stuff until I was old enough to drive. But yeah, I grew up working at the shop. So shout out to Urban's Tires, a community staple in Kansas City, Kansas. New and used tires if you need some tires. If you blow out a tire on I-70, come on to Kansas City and come to Case and get you a new tire.
Yeah. I think I seen you like had it in one of your videos.
Yeah.
Video there.
If you watch the Steel music video, you'll see there's tires in the background, and that's actually my shop where I grew up working and eventually came in and have been running for like the last 5 years, putting my family in position to be able to retire. Because, you know, entrepreneurship is a different kind of beast. You know, you ain't got the cushy retirement plan the same as another job. So yeah, it's been cool though. I love Kansas City.
Was this business passed down from, like you said, from your father?
Yeah. My father started it 20 some odd years ago, and you know, they just get to the point where it's like, you know, they're older and they ready to go to a warmer climate. So I just came in and having the knowledge of internet and social media marketing, and you know, the little bit I learned just in marketing. I love marketing. So yeah, I ran that, and you know, things are in a good space now. So shout out to everybody that's made Urban Star community staple.
Definitely. Now you kind of started on the topic, but you kind of breezed through. You said that like for your environment, it was kind of like the typical, you know, you're doing things with the homies, but you took a different track.
Yeah.
Kansas City. Some people would give it the nickname Killa City. Mm-hmm. From your perspective, why would you think someone would call it that?
Killa City? It's an unfortunate nickname, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, the numbers tell you why. But it's just because you know, I'd have to go all the way back to like the Black Panther Party and like a whole bunch of government stuff to explain why, but it's the same why that's in Chicago. Well, I ain't gonna say the same why, because little nuances to different cities. But in general, you know what I mean, you put people in a certain position and you create these environments. You know what I'm saying? It's the ghettos that's been created in every city in America. This one just happens to be in Kansas City. So it's nothing too unique here. I feel like it's just it's the black experience, or the certain level of income, the poor experience across America. So it's the hood. The hood is the hood. But yeah, I mean, that's why it's called Killa City. People get killed a lot.
Like you said, the Killa City. Then like you just kind of mentioned Chicago. It's the Chirac. Kind of comes with, like, I guess, the almost like boasting of the hood element of it.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I got a record called Killa City State of Mind. Mm-hmm. And although I love the record, and the record elaborates on that, you know, a few years later, I kind of was like, I shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I even giving it that energy, even talking about it is crazy, because you lose so many people. And like right now I'm in therapy, and as I'm going through therapy and realizing how many of these losses have affected me in what kind of way, to where I'm 34 and just now crying about a funeral from 15 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's heavy though, but it's very real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just, it is what it is.